Ready for another workout? How about Platinum Health and Fitness? So this is going to be part 3 of the husband and wife get back in shape workout routine. Now before we hit the gym, I grabbed a pre-workout snack, a protein bar, and a cup of black coffee. And right here I want to give a shout out to Built Bar because they're actually sponsoring this video, and they are my new favorite protein bar because they are made with whey protein, low in fat, low in sugar, and it tastes absolutely delicious. So I mean, you check it out right here. It's protein blend, whey protein isolate, and hydrolyzed whey protein. So here's the nutritional information. We only got 3 grams of fat, 21 grams of carbs, only 5 grams of sugar, and 19 grams of whey protein. And this is an ideal pre-workout snack to give me some energy so I can get through my workout without feeling hungry. And of course, the caffeine from the coffee going to give me a little bit of a mental and physical pick-me-up. So there you go. That's my pre-workout nutrition right there. Now, if you would like to try the Built Bars for yourself, you can do so. I have a link in the description below. You can head on over to their website, and you can actually save 10% off your order by using the coupon code LEEH10 when you check out. And that's a reusable code, so you can use it over and over again as many times as you want. Now, of course, Built Bar is sponsoring the video, right? I'll be totally honest and transparent with that. But it is a solid product. I mean, I wouldn't recommend something that I didn't thoroughly believe in and thoroughly enjoy. And that's why I'm recommending them, because it is something that I'm actually using myself. And it's not like a typical protein bar. I mean, most protein bars, if they've got good nutrition, they're hard as a rock and they taste like crap. Or if they taste really good, they're usually loaded with fat and sugar. But in the case of the Built Bar, I mean, I don't know how they did it, man, but they got a good combination of a good nutritional profile and good taste, and that's why I recommend them. So again, check them out, link in the description below, and let's get into the workout. So in today's workout, what we're going to do is focus on filling in the gaps of things that we didn't cover in the previous 2 workouts. So just a quick recap. In the first workout, that was a total body routine using primarily compound moves. In the second workout, it was a total body routine using primarily isolation moves. And now in this workout, it's still going to be total body, but we're going to fill in the gaps and do some assistant exercises and moves that didn't get covered in the previous 2 workouts. And the first exercise is the step up. And this is a phenomenal exercise. It's a very functional move for your lower body. And how I want you to do them is start with one leg and just lead with that leg. So in this case, do 10 repetitions leading with one leg, and then stop and do 10 repetitions leading with the other leg. And what you'll find is as you do the step up leading with each leg independently, it's going to work the different aspects of your muscles. And chances are, as you do this exercise, you're going to find that one leg is actually stronger than the other. Like, a lot of people don't realize it, but most of us have an imbalance between the left and right sides. Just like you're dominant with one arm, and if you're right-handed, you're stronger with your right hand. Same thing with the legs. You have a dominant leg. So as you're doing exercises like the step up that work each leg independently, you'll notice if one is stronger than the other. And it's quite common. So it's a good idea to do this type of movement so that you build balance and proportion between both legs. And just start off, do 10 reps leading with one leg, 10 reps leading with the other leg, and then that will be your set. And then do 3 total sets of 10 reps per leg, so 20 total reps, and that will be it. I mean, as you get more advanced, you can add resistance by holding dumbbells or increase the number of repetitions and sets that you do. But for now, start with the basics. Focus on just building the foundation and building the habit of regular exercise into your routine. And after that, we're going to do a straight arm cable pull down using a rope attachment. And this is a great exercise that's really going to work on the lats as well as the tricep tie-in area. So you'll feel this in the sides of your back, right on through your shoulders and the triceps. So all those muscles that come into play when you're pulling your arms down. It also has some secondary benefits for engaging your chest and your core as well. And I like doing this movement because it really helps to improve the range of motion, flexibility, and mobility throughout your upper body. And this is a weak link for a lot of people. This whole straight arm pullover movement, it's not a strong power exercise, so you're not going to be able to handle super heavy weight with it, but it's a great assistant exercise to include into your workouts. So for this one, I want you to do 3 sets of around 15 repetitions, starting off light and increasing the weight with each set. And this next exercise is a unique one. It is the waiter's walk. And I'm using a kettlebell for this exercise, but you could do the same movement with a dumbbell. And the idea is you're going to walk around just like a waiter would in a restaurant with a serving tray held high overhead, but thankfully you won't have to worry about spilling food or drinks. And even if you're not planning on applying for a job as a waiter, this is a great move for building up shoulder stability and engaging your entire core and just helping to improve your overall posture. And what you'll find is holding that weight overhead in that static position, it's really going to engage the shoulders. So all those small stabilizer muscles that have to balance and support that weight are going to come into play. And you're also going to feel it throughout your core. Holding proper posture with your head up and your chest out and your belly tight, that's going to help to engage all those muscles. You'll feel your obliques working because you're off-center where you have the weight on one side. And again, it's a really functional exercise, and it's one that you really have to try to appreciate. And I like to do this at least once a week. Just grab a weight and walk back and forth the gym. I mean, you can do several laps back and forth. Obviously, I got to wear my COVID mask here while I'm doing it because we're moving through the gym, and that's part of the rules right now. So as long as you're allowed to walk freely throughout the gym, you should be able to do this exercise. And what I encourage you to do is focus on proper posture. And it's not a race. You're not running back and forth the gym or anything like that. Just try and walk at a steady cadence. It doesn't have to be a fast walk, and really focus on keeping your posture upright, keeping your arm locked out, and just having that weight balanced overhead. And you'll really feel this working. Again, this is a very unique exercise, and it's kind of hard to fit it into a bodybuilding split routine. I mean, it's not really like a chest day, leg day, back day type of move. It's a total body move. And it's a great exercise for building that overall strength and functionality. And you'll find that this will carry over into your day-to-day activities, just making you feel stronger and more mobile. Try and walk for at least 30 seconds per lap. That would be a good general rule of thumb. I mean, obviously, the distance you walk is going to depend on the gym and the layout and everything else. But a good rule of thumb, walk nonstop for 30 seconds, and that would be a good set. And then repeat for 3 total sets or 3 total laps back and forth the gym with each arm. And I don't recommend going overly heavy with this one. I mean, in my case, I use a 35-pound kettlebell, and that's basically what I stick to. Now, in Patricia's case, I think she's using a 20-pound dumbbell, and we just kind of keep that same weight and focus on doing this movement frequently and consistently. Again, it's not a power exercise, it's a mobility exercise. So it's a great addition to this workout where we're filling in the gaps. And after the waiter's walk, we're going to do a suitcase walk, which is a farmer's walk variation. Now, you've probably seen people doing the farmer's walk, and I've made videos in the past covering the farmer's walk, and this is a variation of that, and it's called the suitcase walk. And all it is we're using one arm at a time. And by holding one weight at a time, it actually makes the exercise harder than if you were holding 2 weights. So we're literally cutting the weight in half, but it makes the exercise more challenging because it off-centers your body, and now you have to use the opposing muscles on the other side, like your obliques and all the muscles throughout your core, to help balance and stabilize your body. So this is a very challenging move, great for building up core stability and strength, also helping to work on your grip because you have to hold that weight and keep it there. In this case, I'm using a kettlebell, but you can use a dumbbell. It's basically the same thing. You just want to have that resistance there and go for a walk back and forth the gym. Again, I recommend walking for at least 30 seconds per set. That would be a good distance to travel. And focus on good quality form, keeping your posture upright, walking with a steady cadence. It's not a race back and forth. Focus on quality over the quantity and really feeling those muscles work. So as you're doing this, you're going to feel your traps, you're going to feel your obliques, you're going to feel your hips and ankles and all the muscles throughout your body, as well as your grip doing this exercise. So it's a great functional movement and a good one to add into our filling in the gaps workout routine. Now, as far as the sets and reps and progression, I want you to do 3 sets for each arm, walking back and forth the gym for at least 30 seconds per set. And start off light, just take a very conservative weight, and after you do all 3 sets, if it feels easy and you can go heavier, then increase to the next heaviest dumbbell or the next heaviest kettlebell and just work it that way in a progressive overload fashion. And as you're doing this one, you're going to find that the grip is going to be the weak link. So that's what's going to determine how much weight you lift with this one, is how strong you are with your grip. And of course, as you do it more often, your grip strength is going to improve. A little tip that you might want to try is to use some lifting chalk on your hands if you find that you have sweaty palms, because lifting chalk will help to dry up the sweat, increase friction, and give you a stronger, more secure grip when you're grabbing onto that dumbbell or the kettlebell. And moving on in the workout, we're going to do the abdominal crunch machine. And this is one of my favorite exercises for adding resistance to an abdominal crunch. And the one that we have right here, this is an old school Nautilus crunch machine. I really like this one. I've talked about my love of the old school Nautilus machines in past videos. So if you have access to this, by all means use it. But if you don't, then chances are you probably have some other form of abdominal crunch machine that you can use at your local gym. And if you're training at a home gym or a limited gym and you don't have access to any resistance abdominal crunch machine, then you can just do body weight crunches and sit-ups as well. I mean, it's the same movement pattern. So don't get too hung up on the exact exercise. Focus on working the muscles. So for the sets and reps, 3 sets, 15 repetitions or more. When it comes to abdominals, you can actually do more repetitions if you like, and really focus on feeling the muscles work and getting a good burn and a good contraction in your abs as you're doing the exercise. And we're going to finish off our workout with the standing calf raise. And this is my personal favorite calf raise variation. And the thing that you really want to focus on when you're doing calves is getting a good range of motion. The biggest mistake I see with calf training is people tend to use too much weight and use too short of a range of motion. You see guys like loading up the whole weight stack, and then they're just doing these short little bobbing, chopping reps in the mid-range, very often with their knees bent and just lifting way too much weight. Focus on quality over quantity. So for the calf raise, lock out your knees and focus on just moving at your ankles. You want to let your heels sink all the way down for a full stretch in the bottom position, and then come all the way up on your tippy toes for a full peak contraction at the top, and don't get hung up on the weight. Like, who cares about the weight? This is not an ego exercise. Like, nobody's really going to come up to you and say, hey, what's your 1 rep max calf raise? Like, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, guys think they got to lift ridiculously stupid heavy weight when it comes to the calves, but you don't. For this exercise, I want you to do 3 sets of at least 15 repetitions and really focus on feeling the calves stretch and contract and get a good pump as you're doing the movement. And a little tip, if you find that your feet are slipping halfway through the set, it's totally fine to pause, reset your feet, and then continue on. I'd rather you do that than trying to continue on while your feet are slipping off the foot plate and potentially injuring yourself, or just having a crappy set because you don't have a secure grip. Stop, reset your feet if needed, and continue the set, and make sure to focus on quality over quantity.
And there you go. That concludes part 3 of the husband and wife get back in shape workout routine. Today's workout was kind of filling in the gaps of things that we didn't focus on with the previous ones. Now, it's all total body for the most part. I mean, we're hitting all the major muscle groups, upper body, lower body, core, but we're doing different movement patterns with each of these workouts. So there's a lot of variety, a lot of different muscle stimulation, and you're not just doing the same thing over and over again, because that's a common mistake, or not necessarily a mistake, but it's a common misconception that people have when it comes to total body, thinking, oh, I can only do the same exercises every single day. But you can do total body workouts and have a lot of variety built in there. And that's what I like to do. And what you're seeing right here in this get back in shape workout routine, this is very similar to what I do on a day-to-day basis as my regular routine, because I find that it's simple, it's enjoyable, and it gets the job done. So give this one a try, and if you haven't already done so, make sure to go back and check out the previous videos. Again, I'll have them blooped up to the side there. You can go check those out, and I'll be talking to you in a future video coming soon. Take care. Over and out.